Last in our series, It's the End of the World as We Know It. Ooh, and I feel fine. I hope by now you're feeling a little bit better. Otherwise, I'm going to suggest you go back and go to the podcast and listen to them all again. If it hasn't worked the first time, go for the second time.
Or YouTube.
We're going through the stories of the book of Daniel. So if you have your Bibles, you can go to Daniel chapter 6, because that's where we're at. Finishing up this last amazing story from this amazing guy named Daniel. Now, as we talked about last time, our good friend who we hung out with most of the series, Nebuchadnezzar, is gone. Last time we met this really weird dude named Belshazzar. Some would call him Belshazzar. There's 100 different ways to say his name. We talked about the gentleman who had some real issues. And also threw one of the greatest parties ever because there was handwriting on the wall. We talked about that. And that night he suffered defeat. He was taken off the throne, and the world had changed yet again. And now our focus shifts back to this guy, Daniel, who we've been talking about through the whole thing. I'm not going to ask who the oldest person is here, because it's rude to like me. No, sit down. But somehow in our culture, we have put a heavy emphasis on youth. There is something disgraceful in our culture about getting old. How many of you have watched Celebrity Apprentice at all this last season? Ed, repent of that judgmental attitude. Donald Trump's reality show. And I guess to help ratings, they changed it into Celebrity Apprentice. So they take, celebrities that aren't really that big of celebrities and make Donald Trump torture them for several weeks on end. It's great times. And Joan Rivers was on this time.
Oh, no.
There's something wrong. That's a lot of surgery. That's a lot of surgery. It's not natural.
$250,000 is what she said.
$250,000, and let me tell you, she should probably get a refund for some of it. I'm not trying to. What I'm saying is, we are scared of aging to the point that we do stupid stuff. At a certain point, embrace the fact that you have wisdom that those of us who are younger than you are won't have. Dispense it freely, whether we pay attention or not. Daniel, at this point, is old. He's about 85 years old when this story happens in Daniel chapter 6. The guy has been around for just a little while. And you'd think by this point, in our culture, what are we all looking forward to? Retirement. I'm looking forward to retirement when I can do nothing except play golf.
No way.
Well, in Mark's case, we'll be out hunting something.
I already retired.
You're not that old.
It didn't take yet.
It didn't take. Oh, Randy, that was rude.
Randy, rough.
You do understand the man has an arsenal of fireworks. Great retribution.
I'll look at Randy.
Anyway. You think at this point, the guy has interpreted dreams. He's been at the top of the Babylonian Empire. The guy's done everything. And you would think at this point he could easily say, guys, I'm done. It is time for me to take a step back and just relax. But no, as Darius the Mede takes power, Daniel is put in charge as one of the administrators. And he's back to work at 85 years old. That's some real commitment. He's a pretty cool guy. Daniel chapter 6, verse 1. Darius the Mede decided to divide the kingdom into 120 provinces, and he appointed a high officer to rule each province. The king also chose Daniel and 2 others as his administrators to supervise the high officials and protect the king's interests. Daniel soon proved himself more capable than any of the other administrators and high officers. Because of Daniel's great ability, the king made plans to place him over the entire empire. Now this is a shocking story. Number one, the guy is 85 years old. 85 years old, and he's going to the top of the empire. The king is putting him over all the other administrators. Secondly, it's shocking because he's not a native. He's not a native from the Medo-Persian Empire. He's not a native from the Babylonian Empire. He's a Jew. He's not supposed to be up this high in any government official, and yet his hard work gets him in trouble. His hard work is rewarded. I love the fact that as you look at the story of Daniel over and over and over again, he rises to the top because he's not fighting against the government in place. He's simply doing a really, really good job at what he does.